Here it comes.
Oscar guy here. Here we are. Christmas morning. How's it going, y'all? It is the beginning of the end of the awards season. The Oscar nominations will be announced in T-minus 13 minutes and 22 seconds, y'all. For some reason, I'm like not that nervous. I don't know. I remember last year and the year before, I was like really giddy and shaky, and now I'm kind of calm this year for whatever reason. But I know it ain't gonna be calm. It's never calm. You know, we do all our predictions. We make all these predictions in all these categories, thinking we're gonna be taking risks here, taking risks there, playing it safe here, and where we're taking risks, oftentimes don't really work out. And then in other areas, chaos reigns. So, you know, it could be a chaotic morning. It could be a very chaotic morning, especially in Best Director, maybe in an original screenplay, maybe an international feature, maybe in some tech categories. We shall see very soon. I made my predictions. I did my latest podcast episode, I want to say this past weekend. And last night, I did a last minute change up in a few categories, in I think 4 categories in picture, original screenplay, visual effects, and what was the other one? I forget what the other one is. I remember. Um, but yeah, we're here, man, and we're patiently waiting for this thing to start. And I don't really know what else to say, man. I really hope that it was just an accident can miraculously show up, because it's just lost so much steam in the late season. The Secret Agent has kind of, you know, leapfrogged it in a way, which I'm not too terribly sad about. That's another amazing film. Yeah, I'm just hoping Accident can maybe show up somewhere. I'm really hoping that maybe Sorry Baby can get in the original screenplay after its kind of word of mouth campaign this past week. Other than that, I don't really know. We're just gonna have to dive in and go category by category. Yeah, we're just waiting until the big announcement. And good luck.
Good luck.
All right, we're gonna start recording because we got 1 minute left, y'all. There it is. They're using the same music as last year. I remember those claps. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Monolith. Ligeti, Atmospheres. Okay, here we go.
For performance by an actress.
Let's do
in a
it.
supporting role.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
Elle Fanning in
Oh my God, Elle Fanning. Okay, sentimental value. Sentimental value is gonna be crushing it.
Inga Eve's daughter, Lila
Both
in
sentimental value actresses. Let's go.
Amy
Amy Madigan,
Weapons.
she makes it. She makes it. Okay, so Wunmi Masaku. Uh-huh. And Tiana Taylor. Gwyneth Paltrow's gone.
And Tiana
Yeah.
Taylor in One
You know, I swung for the fences. No Marty Supreme
For
girls.
achievement in makeup and hairstyling are
Wow.
Frankenstein,
Frankenstein. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Kokuo,
Kokuo. Oh my God. I didn't predict that.
Sinners,
Sinners.
The Smashing
Smashing Machine makes it. And One Battle.
and The Ugly Stepsister.
Oh my God.
Coming up right
What-
now, the nominees for
what
Achievement
happened
in
there?
Music Original Score.
Original score. Oh my God. You're going so fast.
Begonia,
Begonia. Let's go.
Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
Hamlet,
Hamlet. Okay.
One Battle After Another,
One Battle. And
and Sinners.
Sinners. Okay. No F1. They actually did Begonia.
And now,
No Marty
here
Supreme.
are the nominees
Oh my
for
God.
Best Live Action Short Film.
No Marty Supreme. I told y'all.
Butcher's
I
Stain.
told y'all. Butcher Strain.
Friend of Dorothy.
Friend of Dorothy. 0 out of 5 so
Jane
far.
Austen's period drama.
3 out of 5 so far.
The
Nomin-
Singers. And Two People Exchanging Saliva.
I was 1 out of 5 in that category.
For Best Animated Short Film,
Unreal.
nominees are
Unreal.
Butterfly,
Butterfly. Okay, I got that one.
Forever Green,
Forever Green. Nope. That was my number
Girl
7.
Who Cried Pearls,
That was my number 6.
Retirement Plan,
Retirement Plan. That was my number 8.
and The Three Sisters.
Oh my God. Horrible. 1 out of 5. Dude, the
There are
shorts.
two award categories honoring writing. The first for adapted screenplay.
Adapted screenplay. This should be a
Nominees
cakewalk.
are
This should be a cakewalk. Begonia.
Begonia.
Yep.
Screenplay by Will Tracy.
Mm-hmm. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, written for the screen by Guillermo del Toro.
Hamnet.
Hamnet, screenplay by Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell.
One Battle.
One Battle After Another, written by Paul Thomas Anderson.
And Train Dreams.
And Train Dreams, screenplay by
One of the
Greg
easiest
Evans
categories
and Greg Cuidar.
of the morning. Okay. Got 5 out of 5 there. That's fine.
And for original screenplay,
Original. Okay.
nominees
This one's a
are
little more tricky.
Blue Moon, written by
Blue
Robert
Moon. Oh my God. Blue Moon. Something's getting shut out.
Just an accident.
Yes.
Written by
Yes,
Jafar
yes, yes, yes,
Panahi,
yes, yes.
Script collaborators
Thank
Nadir
you.
Saivan,
Thank you.
Shad
Get him into
Meher,
director.
Rothstein,
Get him into
Mehdi
director.
Mahmoodian.
Okay.
Marty Supreme,
Marty Supreme.
written by Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie.
Sinners, Sentimental Value. Sorry,
Sentimental Value,
Sentimental Value.
written by
No
Estill
Sinners.
Foot.
Or Sin. No,
Joachim
sorry, baby.
Trier.
No, sorry, baby. No, sorry, baby.
And Sinners, written
Oh,
by
the sorry, baby thing didn't happen. The sorry, baby thing didn't happen. Wow. So
since
I was
did
4
the
out of
first
5 there.
acting Award, you take this one.
Thank you, Danielle.
Sorry, baby didn't
Here are the
happen.
nominees
Oh.
for performance by an actor in a
That
supporting
hurts.
role.
Oh my God. Supporting actor. Okay.
Benicio del Toro in
Uh-huh.
One Battle
Of course.
After Another.
Of course. Elordi.
Jacob Elordi in
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein.
Mescal.
Delroy Lindo. Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. And Stellan
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård in
Delroy Lindo. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my God, that was so exciting.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my God. Is Sean? Did they not say Sean Penn?
Congratulations.
Hold on. Did they not say Sean Penn? Dude, Delroy Lindo. Sinners is gonna have a field day tonight. Oh wait, yeah, they did say Sean Penn. Sorry. They did say Sean Penn. Sorry. Okay, Mescal. Mescal is in here. That's who was missing. That's who's missing. Okay. Oh. Okay, so they did say Sean Penn. Alright, so both One Battle Boys, Elordi, Jacob, Delroy Lindo, and Stellan Skarsgård. Okay, so no Adam Sandler, no Paul Mescal. I didn't think Paul Mescal would miss. That's crazy. That's a great performance, but I will take Delroy Lindo over him. Dude, I just rewatched Sinners finally last night, and I said, when I saw him on screen, I'm like, man, the fact that he hasn't taken off is a tragedy. And here we are today. This morning, we have our boy, Delroy Lindo, in supporting actor, making up for that snub for the Five Bloods. Okay, so in original screenplay, sorry baby just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. That sucks, but at least accidents in there. No secret agent. No secret agent in the original screenplay. But we do have Blue Moon. We do have Blue Moon. Score. No Marty Supreme in score. I told y'all. I knew. They suck. I'm sorry. They suck. I mean, they got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle, Sinners. Oh my God, dude. Delroy Lindo. I'm still beaming about Delroy Lindo. I cannot believe that. Okay, now that accident has gotten into original screenplay, please put Panahi in director. Please, can we do that, please? Yes, best casting. Let's go. Best casting. All right, what the hell are they doing? Hamnet. Okay. Marty Supreme
Marty Supreme.
should win. One battle.
After another.
Sentimental Value.
Secret Agent.
Secret Agent. Let's go.
And Sinners.
And Sinners. Okay. I was 4 out of 5.
Next,
Secret
the
Agent.
nominees for
Good nomination.
achievement in costume design.
Okay. Costume design.
Avatar, Fire and Ash.
It shows up
Frankenstein.
in costume design. Frankenstein. Hamnet. Hedda.
Marty Supreme.
No Hedda. Hedda's gone. Marty Supreme.
And Sinners.
And Sinners. Wow. 3 out of 5 there.
Here are the nominees for
Avatar.
achievement in music.
Actually did
Original
it.
Song.
Original song. Okay.
Dear Me from Diane Warren.
Of course.
Relentless.
Hello, Diane Warren.
Golden
Hello again.
From K-pop Demon.
Golden, of course. Wow, the scream.
I
I
Lied
Lied
to
to
You.
You.
From Sinners.
No, last time I seen the sun.
Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi.
Okay, sure, whatever that is.
From
And Train Dreams. Okay. I think I was 4 out of 5 there. I predicted the
And now
second
the
Sinners song
nominees
for no reason.
Best documentary feature film.
Documentary. This is a bloodbath.
The Alabama Solution.
Okay. Where is it?
Come See Me in the Good Light.
Come See Me in the Good Light. I can't find it.
Cutting Through Rocks.
Cutting Through Rocks. Okay.
Mr. Nobody Against Putin.
Mm-hmm.
And The Perfect Neighbor.
Perfect Neighbor. No 2,000 meters to Andrivka. I don't know what I predicted in that
Coming up
category. I
right
can't
now,
find
the
it
nominees
right now.
for Best Documentary Short Film.
Documentary short.
They are All the Empty Rooms.
Okay, at least I got that one.
Armed Only with a Camera, The Life and Death of
Got
Grace
that one too.
Renault. Children No More Were and Are Gone.
Did not get that one.
The Devil is Busy.
Devil's Busy. Okay, we're screwed.
And Perfectly a Stranger.
Perfectly Strangers. Wow, that's the weird one. I heard that's a weird one.
For Best International Feature Film, the nominees
Okay,
are
here we go. No other choice. You better say
The
no.
Secret Agent, Brazil.
Secret Agent. Okay. Wait. Where's it was just
It was
an
Just an
Oh,
Accident,
what?
France.
What? Oh, in the order of country.
Sentimental Value,
Sentimental Value.
Norway.
Surat.
Surat, Spain.
No other choice. No other choice. No other choice. No other choice.
And The Voice of Hind Rajah,
What?
Tunisia.
What do you have against South Korean films?
For Best Animated Feature
What?
Film, here are the nominees. Arco. Elio.
I'm still hurting from that last category.
K-pop Demon
K-pop.
Hunters.
Little Amelie
Little Amelie or The Character of Rain.
and Zootopia
And Zootopia
2.
2.
Okay. They actually snubbed those. They suck, dude.
Here are
What
the
what did
nominees
Park Chan
for
Wook ever do to the
Achievement in
Academy?
Production Design.
Production design. Okay.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Uh-huh.
Hamnet.
Hamnet. Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
One battle after another. Wow.
And Sinners.
And Sinners. Okay. I was 4 out of 5. I said, I don't even know.
Next,
Wicked for Good.
nominees
Wicked for Good.
Achievement
Gone.
in Film Editing.
Gone. Editing.
F1.
F1. Yep. Got that one. Marty Supreme.
Supreme.
Mm-hmm. No Begonia. One battle after another. Begonia. They're gonna do Hamnet.
Sentimental
No.
Value.
Sentimental Value. What's
And Sinners.
Sinners? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. I shouldn't have. Well,
And for Achievement
I didn't
in
think Sentimental
Sound,
Value would get in.
Here are the nominees.
Sound. Okay.
F1.
F1. Yep. Got that. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
One battle
One battle after another. They're gonna do Surat.
Sinners
Sinners.
and Surat.
That's my 5. Nice. Good work. Good work.
For achievement in visual
Nice.
effects, the nominees
Visual
are
effects. Okay. We gonna do Lost Bus?
Avatar, Fire
Avatar
and
High and
Ash.
Ash. Of course. Lost Bus.
F1,
F1.
Jurassic World.
What?
The Lost Bus.
There it is. There it is.
And Sinners.
And Sinners. Okay. Sinners. No Superman. Dude,
Here
Jurassic
are the
World. That's
nominees
they never
for
do Jurassic
Achievement
Park
in
movies.
Cinematography.
They never do Jurassic Park movies.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Okay.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme. One battle.
after another.
Sinners.
Sinners
And Train Dreams.
and Train Dreams.
My 5. That's my 5. Sorry, Lucas Shaw.
For
Sorry, Claudia Miranda.
performance by an actor in a
Here
leading
we go.
role.
Here we go. Lead actor. Lead actor. Lead actor. Lead actor. Let's do it.
Timothy Chalamet,
Chalamet.
and Marty Supreme.
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke in Blue
Mhm.
Moon.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
in Sinners.
Thank you. Thank you. And Wagner Moura.
Wagner Moura
My
in
5.
Secret Wars.
That's my 5. Nice. They did it. Okay. Good. Good.
Performance by an
Actress.
in a
Here we
leading
go.
role.
Actress.
The nominees
Actress. 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 Buckley.
Jesse Buckley in Hamnet.
Yep. Byrne.
Rose Byrne in If I Had
Yep.
Legs, I'd Kick You.
Hudson.
Kate Hudson in Song
They did it.
Sung Blue.
Infinity.
Renata Reinsve.
Ryan.
in Sentimental
Infinity's gone.
Value.
Infinity's gone. And Stone.
And Emma Stone in Begonia.
Infinity's gone. Chase Infinity's gone. Too much of a newcomer
Achievement in
performance.
directing,
I guess.
The nominees are
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Brace yourselves. Brace
Chloe
yourselves.
Zhao, Hamnet.
Okay, Chloe Zhao's in. Didn't get that. Someone's gone.
Josh Safdie.
Josh Safdie. I didn't get that either. Oh, I did terrible in this
Thomas
category.
Anderson, One
PTA.
Battle After Another.
Kugler's not here, is he?
Joachim Trier.
Joachim Trier.
Sentimental
Wow, I
Value.
did.
And Ryan Coogler.
Thank you. Thank you. No Panahi. No Panahi. No
For our final
Panahi.
category.
But we got Kugler. Oh my God, they did Zhao and Safdie over Panahi.
Okay.
Why?
Please.
The 10
Why?
films nominated for Best Picture.
Okay,
are
all right. Best Picture. This should be pretty tame.
Ed
Begonia.
Gagne and Andrew Lowe, Yorgos Lanthimos, Emma Stone, and Lars Knudsen, producers.
F1. Chad.
Oh
Owen,
my
Brad
God,
Pitt,
it actually happened.
Jeremy Clarkson,
Lone PGA
Jason
nominee.
Kaczynski, and
Accident's
Jerry
gone.
Bruckheimer,
Accident's gone.
producers.
Accident's gone.
Frankenstein, Guillermo
Frankenstein.
del Toro, J. Miles Dale, and Scott Stuber, producers.
Dude, they actually did F1.
Hamnet. Liza
Hamnet.
Marshall, Pippa Harris.
F1 was my number 11.
Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes.
I didn't think they'd do it.
producers.
Marty Supreme,
Marty Supreme.
Eli Bush, Ronald Braunstein.
We're just gonna see who
Joel
misses.
Safdie,
It's either gonna be Secret
Anthony
Agent. It was
Kutagas,
just an accident,
Kutagas,
or
and
Train
Timothy
Dreams.
Chalamet, producers.
One battle after
One battle.
another.
Yeah.
Adam Somner, Sarah Murphy, and Paul Thomas Anderson, producers.
The Secret Agent.
Secret Agent. Accident's gone.
Emily Leclos.
It was just an accident's gone.
Sentimental Value.
Sentimental Value.
Maria Eckerhoft and Andrea.
And I guess
Bertens,
Train Dreams is the last one,
Oklahoma,
right?
Producers.
Sinners.
Sinners. Oh yeah,
Cynthia
Sinners.
Kugler,
Yeah. Of course.
Sev
Of course.
Ohanian and Ryan Coogler, producers.
And then Train Dreams.
And Train Dreams.
Yeah.
Marissa
Okay.
McMahon,
All right, they took out Accident, put in F1. You suck.
Excuse me.
But okay.
Journalists Ashley Schlafer and Michael Heimler, producers.
Well, at least Secret Agent's here. At least Secret Agent's here.
Congratulations to all of this year's nominees.
Oh man. Wow.
Truly enjoy being here with you. And for us to have the
F1
honor of announcing
actually
this
pulled
year's
off
Oscar
a
nominees
nomination
to
with just a
movie
PGA
fans
nomination.
around the globe.
Make sure to watch the Oscars live
Oh,
on Dolby
man.
Theater Sunday,
What
March
a
15th, 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m.
whirlwind.
Pacific, live on ABC and Hulu. Have a wonderful morning.
Have a wonderful morning. Yeah, have a wonderful morning. Easy for you guys to say. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why you gone with the low cut back? We gonna fall and shit attack.
Okay, y'all. Let's recap what just happened. Let's just recap what just happened. I recompiled all my spreadsheets, and let's just go category by category from the top. In picture, I was 9 out of 10. It was just an accident. Hate to see it miss Best Picture. At least it got screenplay over Secret Agent, which is weird. And at least it got international feature. I really wish Panahi could have made it into director, but I know that was a long shot. And why is it a long shot? I don't know. It sucks, but man, come on. So what did they put in place of it? F1, which got a lone PGA nomination. You know, it's all good. Didn't even make the BAFTA long list. Got a lone PGA nomination. Got a couple tech nominations. Just throw it in there. Why not? They just had to throw in another blockbuster. Maybe they just wanted to put a blockbuster in there, and there were enough votes for it, and not enough people saw it was just an accident. That's the downside, Neon. If you acquire that many films, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick your favorites, and Accident clearly is not one of their favorites this year, and it hurts me to say that, but it's just true. I mean, you see what's going on here. So F1 took its place, and it was definitely on a chopping block. It was my number 10, and F1 was my number 11, so they literally just did this. Which, whatever. 9 out of 10, I'll take it. Weapons never happened. Everything else, just complete long shots. Let's talk about director. Man, I really fumbled here. I took out Zhao and Safdie in place of Del Toro and Panahi. And look, Del Toro got in everywhere, and Frankenstein is his baby, and it's very well directed. God, this is such a stacked category this year. It was just such a stacked category. I really didn't think Josh Safdie would make it. And Chloe Zhao is more of a risky omission for me, because that is a top 3 in Best Picture for sure. Yeah, I dropped the ball here, but at least PTA got in. Thank God they did Coogler, because if they had snubbed him, that would have been the end of the internet. Joachim Trier, of course, and Panahi, man. I guess that was a hope diction all along. It just didn't make the cut. The director's branch just did not save that man, and that is a shame. That is a damn shame. But at least he'll be attending the Oscars to support the film in international and screenplay. Wonderful to see that at least got a screenplay nomination. That's cool. Hurts not to see my boy Panahi in here. It really hurts. But Look, man, Zhao, great direction, Hamnet. Josh Safdie, great direction, Marty Supreme. And of course, these top three, wonderful directors as well. But yeah, I was 3 out of 5 there. That was a tough category. Actress, I was 4 out of 5. Infinity. Gone. Infinity's gone. I was also thinking this morning that wonder if they pull a what's his face? Lakeith Stanfield from Judas and the Black Messiah. Wonder if they just like throw Infinity in supporting, a la Lakeith Stanfield this morning, even though she campaigned in lead. I thought about that, but it's not until now that I was reminded of that. But yeah, Chase Infinity. I mean, this was the Kate Hudson thing. It just happened. Whether you like it or not, it just happened. I mean, I had a feeling that was just gonna happen after she got that SAG nomination. That she got in the BAFTA long list. I just thought it was gonna happen. And look, Emma Stone did not miss a beat anywhere. And Begonia hasn't been missing a beat anywhere. But man, it was probably vote splitting between Emma Stone and Chase Infinity and Kate Hudson, and perhaps even Renate. What am I doing? But man, it does suck to see Chase Infinity miss. But am I surprised? Kinda, but also not really, because she is the Alana Haim of this year. You know, Alana Haim in Licorice Pizza. She also got in virtually everywhere that year, and then she just missed the Oscar nomination just because she was, I guess, not strong enough in the film and too much of a newcomer, I guess. But Licorice Pizza wasn't a Best Picture frontrunner that year either. One Battle is, so it does kind of hurt a little bit more. And it's a very strong performance, but it is what it is. It sucks for her to miss that, but in place of Emma Stone, I guess I'm not complaining because she's wonderful in Begonia as well. You know, the Kate Hudson thing, look, I haven't even seen Song Song Blue. I'm going to have to watch it now. So I will be the judge of her performance, I guess. But, I mean, it doesn't matter now that she has an Oscar nomination. I guess this is, Kate Hudson, Song Song Blue is this year's Annette Bening and Nyad. But I hear she's great in the movie, so I'm gonna see it and be the judge of that. Thank God Renate Reinsve got in. Dude, Sentimental Value, by the way, crushed it this morning. Picture, director, screenplay, it got into editing, both supporting actresses, all four Sentimental Value actors got in to the Oscars, and they all missed SAG. That is crazy. That is insane. The fact that that film performed so well, especially in acting categories, after all their SAG snubs, guess what, SAG? Get somewhere, dude. Get the net. You know what I'm saying? So I am very stoked to see all Sentimental Value actors getting in. I wasn't doubting Renate Reinsve for a second. Some people were, but I knew she was getting in. There was no way. And of course, Buckley and Byrne gets in. So Amanda Seyfried, I mean, that's been dead forever. Infinity. Emma Stone in place of Infinity. Hudson and Stone in place of Infinity. Interesting to see it. Very interesting to see it. Let's move on to actor. I think I was 5 out of 5 here. Yep. Our first 5 out of 5 here. So Timmy, Wagner Moura, DiCaprio, Hawke, and Michael B. Jordan. That was pretty much locked. George Clooney was a long shot. Joel Edgerton was probably like on the cusp, and maybe even Jesse Plemons. But those 5 were locks. And I was also very worried about Michael B. Jordan and how they would possibly snub him. But Sinners is just undeniable, and he is wonderful in the film, doing a dual performance, and he gets in. That's wonderful. And Hawke is here, and yeah, this is pretty tame. Supporting actress, we were 4 out of 5. Now, dude, I did a wacky thing. I'm sorry, guys. I did a wacky thing, and I predicted Gwyneth Paltrow just sending it, just to send it. You know what I mean? But if I wasn't gonna pick Paltrow, I would have probably picked a Zion. But both Marty Supreme girls missed. they both missed. At least Odessa Zion got into SAG. And they both made the BAFTA long list. So I was like, okay, maybe one of them can get in. And I just went berserk and went with Paltrow. But no, Elle Fanning happened. Elle Fanning happened. Both sentimental value actresses are in. They both missed SAG. And Elle Fanning even missed the BAFTA long list. So I thought like she fizzled out after Critics' Choice and Golden Globe, but no, she's back. She here. She out here. She out here. And that's wonderful. Amy Madigan Weapons, never thought I'd see the day where she is nominated for an Oscar for that. And that is insane. Look at those critics tallies. And she showed up everywhere. She even won Critics' Choice. And she is just strong. But, of course, Tiana Taylor is here. She, of course, won the Globe. And she is arguably, I would say, the front runner in this category. Maybe Amy Madigan can give her a run for her money if she wins SAG. And then we have Wumi Mosaku. Wonderful. Great performance. Missed Globe, but pretty much made it in everywhere else. And she's here, and Sinners is just unstoppable. So let us pray for, let us pour one out, rather, for the Marty Supreme girls. 2 great performances, both shut out. And then Ariana Grande. Dude, wicked goose egged. Goose egg this morning. Nothing. I don't think it got anything, did it? Ariana Grande got in everywhere. Probably won't be nominated for BAFTA. No, didn't happen. Emily Blunt, didn't happen. Everything else, super long shot. And then Emily Watson. People were saying, oh, watch out for Emily Watson Hamnet if Hamnet overperforms. But no, that didn't happen either. So yeah, Paltrow missed. I mean, that was a long shot. But we were 4 out of 5 there. Delroy. Honestly, my favorite nomination of the morning, Delroy Lindo. Dude, so I rewatched Sinners last night. After recording my Oscar prediction update video last night, I did rewatch Sinners. And it goes hard. That movie goes hard. And I was watching Delroy Lindo's performance as soon as he came on screen, and I was just like, what a great performance, man. And it's just such a shame it didn't. Dude, look, he got some precursor tallies, but he blanked everywhere. But then he got that BAFTA long list mention. And I was like, I was still like, it's not going to happen. There's just no way. But it happened. They put him over Mescal and Hamnet, who got in everywhere. Every precursor and the BAFTA long list, and he probably is one of the front runners for the BAFTA, if you ask me. So, that's insane, man. That's insane, man. Dude, Delroy, I am beaming for him right now. I'm on cloud 9 for Delroy Lindo right now. That is just, what a cool nomination. And they did him even over Miles Caton, who got the SAG nomination. That's crazy. That is amazing. That is really cool. And Paul Mescal is great in Hamnet. He's really good. I mean, with him especially being a former nominee for Aftersun, him missing for Hamnet is that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. But again, I will take Lindo over him. And let's pour one out for Sandler. It's still not his time, unfortunately. He was very close. Look, he got the most awards or recognition that he's probably ever gotten in his career. Getting in pretty much everywhere except for SAG. And he made the BAFTA long list. That's really good for him. That he made it that far. And we're just going to have to celebrate that and just pour one out for him and hope he maybe gets it next time. And that is a great performance in that film. And by the way, Jake Kelly, I think completely blanked. And that sucks because I'm actually a really big fan of that movie. It's in my top 10 for sure. So pour one out for Jake Kelly, pour one out for Adam Sandler, and pour one out for Paul Mescal. But yeah, that's it. I got 4 out of 5 there. Delroy Lindo, let's go, man. Let's go. Original screenplay, we were 4 out of 5. The Sorry Baby thing didn't happen. It just didn't happen. It sucks. I mean, We all thought that after Julia Roberts' shout out at the Golden Globes and Ryan Coogler's shout out and the word of mouth thing during Oscar voting week, it just seemed to have enough momentum, but it just didn't have enough momentum, and they nominated Blue Moon instead, which only got a BAFTA long list and is ineligible for WGA, albeit Sorry Baby is also ineligible for WGA. So it was definitely a fight to the death between those two, and I would even argue it was just an accident. Those three, Sinners, Sentimental Value, some Marty Supreme, those were locks for sure. But I'm so glad that I mean, I'm still upset that it missed picture and director, but I am very glad that at least it got into original screenplay. At least it got that. So that is the come to think of it, that is the Worst Person in the World package, international and screenplay. Interesting. So that's good. I'll take it. I would have taken a little bit more, but I will take what we can get. And Blue Moon showing up in both actor and screenplay, and I would even argue that it was pretty close to getting Best Picture. I still need to watch it. I still need to watch Blue Moon. I've been needing to watch it, and I mean, do you see how much it is to rent? It's like $10, $10 or $15 to rent it on Amazon Prime. Like, what are we doing here? I just want to watch it, man. You know, I should have went and saw it in theaters. I just didn't do it. I just didn't have time. But I gotta see Blue Moon now. And you know what? I will pour one out to Sorry Baby for rewatching that, because Sorry Baby, I think, is my number 10. I think it just cracked my top 10 of the year. It's a great movie, and I really wish it would have made it here, but it is what it is. But what's interesting is that it was just an accident made original screenplay, and Secret Agent didn't. Secret Agent is in picture and international feature, and is probably winning that category. Kind of a weird. Things statistically don't match up there, but whatever. I'm happy that accident's here. Weapons didn't make it. Jay Kelly, of course, didn't make it. Everything else, long shots. 4 out of 5. An original, I will take it. Adapted, 5 out of 5, baby. I mean, what else was it going to be? No Other Choice getting in? We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, we don't really even need to talk about this. One Battle, Hamnet, Frankenstein, Begonia, Train Dreams. Like that was everybody's 5 in that category. So we got go ahead and update that 5 out of 5, girl. So yeah, that's adapted. Don't need to speak on that. Animated. Again, don't really need to speak on this either. We were also 5 out of 5 like everybody else. In Your Dreams didn't happen. The campaigning wasn't enough. Demon Slayer didn't happen. I just didn't think that was going to happen. The Academy, for the Academy to nominate an anime film based on an anime TV show, most of the Academy that hasn't seen the entire series, that was a long shot. It was a long shot. I mean, it was, I guess, kind of close. It got a Golden Globe nomination, which was cool. It got a PGA nomination, which was also cool. Made the BAFTA long list. It made it that far, and you're just going to have to celebrate that. But, yeah, just didn't get in. Elio, Arco, Little Amelie, and of course K-pop and Zootopia too. Yeah, there was no Robot Dreams jump scare this year. No plucking something from the ether and throwing it into the Oscar 5 this year. It was pretty predictable and pretty tame. We all know who's winning. Let's move on. International. You sons of bitches, man. Look, man. Voice of Hinderjob. I haven't seen it. I'll need to see it now. I think the 2 films I need to see. I do still need to see Surat, and I need to see Hinderjob. I hear Hinderjob is fantastic. Okay? No shade to Hinderjob whatsoever. I hear it's a very important and vital and heart-wrenching film that people seem to really love. It missed Critics' Choice, but it got in the Globe, got in the BAFTA long list. It was really close, and it made it in over No Other Choice. Like I said, what does the Academy have against Korean films? Parasite was the only year where they acknowledged Korean film. Like, that was the only thing. They showered Parasite with awards, and then they're like, oh, this is a great night for South Korea, and everyone within the Academy was like, oh my god, yes, and then after that, ghosted. Park Chan-wook and South Korea, in general, has been ghosted by the Academy, and I don't like it. How do you not nominate No Other Choice? Look, I know it was the Neon 5, and that statistically just, doesn't compute. I'm sorry, but Neon, why'd you have to buy all of these films, okay? Why did No Other Choice have to be on the chopping block? Why did No Other Choice have to be on the chopping block? Now, I will say that out of the Neon 5, not including Siraj because I haven't seen it, but out of the 4 that I have seen, Secret Agent, Sentimental, Accident, and No Other Choice, I will say No Other Choice is personally probably my least favorite, so I really shouldn't be too upset, I guess, from a personal standpoint. But I just it's so good and it did so well at the box office and it's so timely and like what something's got to give, Academy. Come on. What are we doing, man? Snubbing that. What are we doing? But it's tight. Again, the Neon 5 statistically doesn't make sense. And Hinrajab was just strong enough, it got enough votes, and that got in instead. We're just gonna have to accept it. We're just gonna have to keep watching Park Chan-wook's films, and the Academy is just gonna have to get on board someday. Okay? You did good. The battle was fought, the war was not won. But we love you anyway, Park Chan-wook. Until next time. Original score, Begonia. Dude, so happy that Begonia is not here. Not happy that Marty Supreme was here. But hate to say I told you so, because during my Oscar predictions podcast, I told y'all that Marty Supreme, as great as that score is, as wonderful as that score is, I agree, it was not a lock, because the score branch kind of sucks. If I'm being honest. Their tastes are very classical, very traditional. Sometimes they go out of their way to, do something different, like, The Social Network over a decade ago, or Soul, which was kind of a unique score, or Joker, which was a pretty unique score. But these days, I don't know what it is, but like these days they're just super like bland in their tastes. Of course they would go with Hamnet. Of course they would go with, Frankenstein for Desplat. But they did do Begonia, and that is not a conventional score at all. So at least they did that. But once you get into electronics, they don't like the electronic stuff these days. I don't really, it doesn't compute to me. But I went into this knowing that Marty Supreme, I know, was vulnerable. And I know a lot of people will love it. And I know a lot of people were predicting it. But after what they did last year with Challengers, I'm like, I'm not going to be shocked if they snub it. And of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they snubbed Marty Supreme in score. It sucks. It's reality. They are what they are. And we're just going to have to cherish that score in our own hearts, and we're just going to have to move on. But for me, at least Begonia got in. I'm very happy about that. I wasn't predicting Begonia. I actually was predicting F1, because F1 got in pretty much everywhere except for the BAFTA long list. And then Begonia was the inverse. So Begonia, with all of its Guild love, PGA nomination, the showing up the BAFTA long list, those international voters probably helped get Begonia nominated here. Sinner's score, by the way, pretty crazy. It's pretty good. It's really, really good. And that is most likely going to be winning, most deservedly so. Ludwig is going to have a third Oscar, which is crazy. Not a bad track record, man. Not a bad track record. Great composer. But yeah, let's move on. Let's pour one out to Marty Supreme. Moving on, sound. I think we were 5 out of 5 here. Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Avatar didn't happen. Mission Impossible didn't happen. They just don't. Not into the Mission Impossible films for whatever reason. Wicked for Good blanked, of course. But other than that, it's pretty tame. F1, Sinners, One Battle, Frankenstein, Siraj. I don't think we need to discuss any further. Production design. We were 4 out of 5 here. I, of course, predicted Wicked for Good. If Wicked for Good was going to get any nomination, I think it would have been in production design. Didn't even make that. They chose One Battle in production design over Wicked. And One Battle is strictly contemporary. I guess One Battle had enough votes, and of course, it's the Best Picture frontrunner. The Best Picture frontrunner. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it's here, but it is here. Marty Supreme is here. Hamnet is here. Sinners is here. Frankenstein is here. All makes sense. 4 out of 5. I will take it. Let's move on. Cinematography, I believe we were 5 out of 5. Yeah, Lucas Shaw, after missing BSC and ASC, didn't make it. Same thing with Claudia Miranda for F1. He also missed for Top Gun Maverick a few years ago. Remember that? Crazy shit. Nuts. But yeah, of course. Of course this is the 5. Sinners, One Battle, Train Dreams, Marty Supreme, Frankenstein. It's statistically, it makes a lot of sense that is the turnout. So 5 out of 5 there. Makeup and hairstyling. This was wacky. We were 3 out of 5 here. Dude, the ugly... So, I guess after The Substance last year, I guess the Academy are into body horror. They're body horror pilled now. The Ugly Stepsister. Blanked. Everywhere. Even at the Makeup Guild. Same thing with Kokuho. Like, what are you talking about? One Battle is right there. One Battle is right there. Wicked for Good was right there. Dude, Sean Penn's prosthetics were not enough. Sean Penn's prosthetics at the end of that film were not enough. So they went with the Ugly Stepsister and Kokuho. I will need to see Kokuho. The Ugly Stepsister, on the other hand, I will not be seeing because that is a body horror film. And like I said from last year, I can't do body horror. I can't do it. And I've heard people talk about this movie and some of the things that happen in this movie, and I'm just like, bye, goodbye. Not seeing it. Just taking your word for it. So yeah, that's a cool nomination. That's a really cool nomination for people who have seen that movie and people who are into that movie. That's probably a big win for them. So I empathize with you guys. But very out of left field. Very, very uncharacteristic of the Academy to nominate something like that. But again, after The Substance last year, maybe they're body horror pilled. I don't know. Smashing Machine, making it in spite of missing pretty much in every other category, especially in Best Actor. And it even missed that special makeup nomination. And One Battle After Another did that. But it got into the Oscars anyway. So that was kind of surprising. But great makeup work. Great makeup work on The Rock in that film. And then Frankenstein Sinners are obvious. Yeah, a couple of surprises here with The Ugly Stepsister and Kokuho. Very cool. Very cool. All right, moving on. Getting down to it. Costume design, pretty tame. I think. I mean, Avatar made it. Like, that's kind of crazy. It got CDG sci-fi fantasy, but like in general, that film has just not been performing well at all. Didn't even miss the BAFTA long list, but they threw a bone for it in costume design, which is kind of crazy. Even over Wicked for Good. And Hedda. I was certain that they were going to go for Hedda because they really like to go for period films. But these days, man, we got fantasy and sci-fi, and we have Marty Supreme for well, that's period. What the hell am I talking about? That's period. So yeah, I guess the period costume work in Marty Supreme was enough for her to get in, and only got in the BAFTA long list. Missed at Critics' Choice in the Guilds. And Hedda, that was also on the cusp. That was not a lock for sure, but great period costume work in that film, but I guess it wasn't strong enough. Didn't get enough votes, didn't get enough views, I guess. Missed the BAFTA long list. Whatever. 3 out of 5 there. I guess we'll move on from that. Film editing, I want to say we were 4 out of 5. I don't know why I predicted Begonia in retrospect. I was listening to the Next Best Picture podcast, and they were talking about some things about, what's going to get in over Hamnet, because I wasn't predicting Hamnet either because of its kind of editing style, and that editing style is typically not what this branch goes for. So I was like, I don't know, well, what can take its place? Well, maybe Begonia. I thought Sentimental Valley was a long shot in editing, and I love to see it nominated. It's wonderful edited film, but look, it blanked at all the precursors. But man, it just cleaned house today with it got so many nominations today. The reason I chose Begonia, I think, is just because like the editing is kind of flashy. It's the type of editing that they kind of like to recognize. And of course, Begonia's in Best Picture and, a lot of other categories. So I just threw it in, but it just didn't happen. But that was a long shot. Other than that, I got the other 4. One Battle, Marty Supreme, F1, Sinners. Those are pretty predictable to get into this category. But Sentimental Value was the surprise here. Great to see it. Great to see it. Visual effects. So they didn't go with Frankenstein. You know, I was talking about this on my last podcast, on my latest video, that Frankenstein, some of the visual effects are not great. Some of the CGI is very noticeable in a bad way, you know? Kind of iffy visual effects. And I was like, well, maybe the Academy is just going to recognize it anyway and ignore it and, you know, whatever. But no, it missed. Jurassic World Rebirth? Has any Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie been nominated for visual effects at the Academy Awards? From what I hear and from my research, they don't typically recognize the Jurassic movies. And yet here it is. Jurassic World Rebirth makes it into visual effects over Superman, which has great visual effects, and Tron Ares. And, you know, Superman even got a Critics' Choice nomination. Jurassic World, however, got into VES and the BAFTA long list. So, I don't know. Got enough votes. And I'm very glad that I did the last minute change to The Lost Bus, because I heard that it had a fantastic bake-off and it got into a lot of VES categories that made it in after all. And I don't know what I swapped out. I want to say I swapped out Frankenstein. So if I had swapped out Frankenstein, I would have been 2 out of 5 in this category. So I guess I'm not complaining. But, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Avatar, of course, is in. F1, Sinners. Sinners, was I? I wasn't predicting Sinners, was I? I don't think I was predicting Sinners. No, Sinners was my number 6. I didn't think the visual effects were enough, but I rewatched it last night, and some of the visual effects are pretty good. Are pretty damn good in that film with all the vampirism and everything. And, you know, the one scene, the I Lied to You scene, some visual effects in that are really, really good, especially in the latter part of that scene. Yeah, it was strong, and of course it's a Best Picture frontrunner. Casting did pretty well. I was 4 out of 5 here. I predicted Sentimental Value instead of The Secret Agent. Maybe that was a risk, but again, this is the first year where best casting is even a thing. It's a brand new category. We didn't know where we were going with this. Apparently they do bake-offs for this category, you know, kind of showcasing some of the, you know, the casting directors' decisions and their strategy in casting these films. So for The Secret Agent to be here, I think I understand this category a little bit more, because The Secret Agent kind of went out of their way to get well-known actors in addition to non-professional actors, in addition to newer up-and-coming actors in the Brazilian scene. So very cool to see that here. It's a really great nomination. And, you know, in hindsight, I guess Sentimental Value was kind of a stretch, because I guess Joachim Trier just casted, you know, actors. You know, casting Elle Fanning was a very unique choice. And then some typical Norwegian actors and Stellan Skarsgård. But it's mostly just those 4 lead actors, and then everybody else is just kind of like a regular, I guess, ensemble cast, whatever. So yeah, Hamnet, Secret Agent, Marty Supreme, which I think should win, by the way, and Sinners in One Battle. Frankenstein didn't happen. Sirat didn't happen. It got on the long list. That would have been a cool nomination, but that didn't happen. Weapons didn't happen either for the Amy Madigan casting. But 4 out of 5, I will take it. Original song. What's this song? Because can anybody tell me what that song is? Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi. What even is that? It's not even on my list. It's not even on my list on my website. It's in my spreadsheet. It was down at the very bottom because I'm like, what is that? No traction whatsoever. Blanked. And it makes it in. Over the Girl in the Bubble. Over the Girl in the Bubble. You know? And, you know, I did kind of do another risk in this category. I'm like, we'll just throw in the other Sinners song, even though it's blanked everywhere. If Sinners really cleans house on Oscar nominations morning, maybe they'll double nominate that. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So, but of course I predicted Girl in the Bubble like everybody else in the world. Who was predicting Sweet Dreams of Joy? I need to look into that after this. But of course Diane Warren shows up. Of course, like water is wet. Train Dreams I actually was not nominating. That's what I swapped out last time I seen the sun for. That was kind of a risk on my part. Didn't pay off. Of course, it made it in. And of course, the top two, Golden and I Lied to You, are in here. Okay, so documentary feature, we have The Perfect Neighbor, of course, which I was 2 out of 5, by the way. Not great, not great. Perfect Neighbor and Alabama Solution, I think, were the 2 that I was predicting. And then I predicted Cover Up, 2,000 Meters, and Apocalypse in the Tropics, and of course they didn't make it. Come and See Me in the Good Light, Nobody Against Mr. Putin, and Cutting Through Rocks. Cutting Through Rocks was kind of a pull. That only got a DGA nomination and blanked everywhere else. Nobody Against Mr. Putin, I guess, has late season surge. And Come and See Me in the Good Light, I was also a little bit unfamiliar with, and that got CEHA and Indie Spirit. But Perfect Neighbor and Alabama Solution were top 2, I think, for me. My Undesirable Friends, I've heard, great things about, and it had a lot of traction, but I guess not enough people saw it. It's like a 5-hour-long documentary, as great as it is. But yeah, that didn't make it. Seeds didn't make it. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. That this category is just a shit show every single year. You just like who the hell knows what's happening in this category? This branch is weird. They do weird things, but we're 2 out of 5. I'll take it. Whatever. Water is wet. And then the shorts categories, man, I just ate shit on the shorts category. At least I got 2 out of 5 in documentary short. At least I got that. I got these 2. All the Empty Rooms and Arm Don't Leave the Camera. At least I got those 2. I predicted these 3, and then these 3 got in. And look, I pretty much went with my gut in addition to kind of combining Gold Derby with Award Expert community picks and kind of combining them and being like, we'll just do this. And it didn't really work out. In this category, we were 2 out of 5. Animated short, 1 out of 5. Everybody was predicting Snow Bear. That seemed to be the lock in the category, and that missed somehow. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. And even Iru, who is the same studio that did Wolf Walkers and Secret of Kells. The name of the studio is blanking in my head right now, but that is from that studio. So I was certain that was going to get in, but that blanked. I want to say the one that I predicted was Butterfly, and everything else is just plucked from the ether, I guess. Okay, whatever. And then live action short, again, 1 out of 5. Completely. And I originally didn't even have 2 people exchanging saliva. I want to say I had The Boy with the White Skin in over that. So if I did not make that, I would have been 0 out of 5. And I have never been 0 out of 5, I don't think, in any category in as long as I can remember. So that would have been bad. But at least we got that. At least we got 2 people exchanging saliva. And of course these 2 made it in because of the titles, right? It's got to be because of the titles. They're like that. But Butcher Strain, Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, singers, 2 people exchanging. That's it. And I will be seeing all of the shorts at some point. There's a theater near me that typically shows all of the Oscar shorts. I'll be seeing them all before Oscar night, so stay tuned for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. This is my tally. I tallied it up. So I predicted 91 of 125 nominees, culminating in about a 73% accuracy rate. Pretty average. Pretty average. I usually hover around 72, 73, 74%. And I'll take that. I'll take that. You can't be predicting nominees can be tough. That is it. Those are my tallies. Also, I'm about to start working on my video, and I'm just now realizing that Sinners broke the record for Oscar nominations. It is the most nominated film of all time. 16. 16. The previous record was 14. All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. 16 from Sinners. Most nominated film of all time. Gonna be thinking about that for the next week. And we're gonna leave it at that, folks. What a morning. What a morning. And hope y'all did well with your predictions. And that's it. That's it. We're nearing the end of the award season here. We have a little bit of a break until things start ramping up again. We'll be getting some guild winners here and there in the coming weeks. BAFTA and SAG are not until late February, early March. And then March 15th is the big night, the Oscar ceremony, which I'll be doing a live stream of. So, and I'll also be doing a live stream of the Actor Awards, the SAG Awards, if you will. That is 2 weeks before the Oscars, so I'll be doing that. But until then, yeah, soak in it. You know, breathe, everyone. It's gonna be okay. We're here. Everything got in. Godspeed. I'll catch you all guys on the flip. Oscar Guy is out.